Hello students, in our today's topic we will see a very small section, that is electric flux in a non-uniform electric field and an arbitrarily shaped area. In our previous topic, in our previous video session, we have seen in electric flux in a uniform electric field, okay, and where the shape of the area was perfectly flat or like just a lamina. Okay, so this is gonna be very interesting. Please subscribe, like and share and switch on the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video, you will get its notification as soon as possible. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel Pratik Singh Classes. My unique URL is youtube.com/c/Pratik Singh Classes. Okay, so let us start our today's video session. Okay, so let us start the topic. Okay, the topic is electric flux in a non-uniform electric field and an arbitrarily shaped area. In our previous video, we have seen electric flux in uniform electric field and plane shaped area as given in this example 1.17. In this figure, as you can see here, the electric field lines are equally spaced in same direction and in same magnitude. Okay, so this here the electric fields are uniform and here the area shape A, okay, it is also a flat area which is lying at angle theta degree with this uniform electric field lines. Okay, but if suppose we have to find out how much is the electric flux when the shape is of any arbitrary, okay, and the electric field lines are also not in same direction and not of same magnitude or both of that. Okay, so in that situation, here is the topic, here is the theory to find out. Suppose the electric field is not uniform and the area A is not flat as given in figure 1.34. We will see it later. Then the entire area is divided into n small area segments, del A1, del A2, del A3 up to del AN, such that each area element is almost flat and the electric field over each area element is considered to be uniform. Okay, so what happens here is, suppose we have taken an arbitrary area, then this area is divided into a small areas in such a way that it is taken perfectly flat. Okay, if suppose you have a curved area, okay, or curved surface, then divide that surface in a small surfaces as much as possible so that every surface will ultimately become flat. Okay, as given in figure 1.34 here. As given in this figure 1.34, okay, this blue color region is a not perfect region. Okay, here the surface is not flat. In that situation, what do is we divide this complete surface so small that the small surface area, that is del AI, becomes perfectly flat. Okay, so this is the assumption here. Okay, so here total electric flux in the given curved surface area or curved region, okay, is approximately written as psi E is equal to E1 into del A1 or E1 dot del A1 plus E2 del A2 plus E3 del A3 up to En del An, where A1, A2, A3 up to An are the unit area region. Okay, and vector denotes that the area is kept in such a way that it defines the direction perpendicular to the surface of the region. Okay, and E1, E2, E3 are the electric fields. So total electric flux is equal to sigma E1 del AI, where I is equal to 1 to N. So this is the complete electric flux. Okay, when the electric field lines are non-uniform and also the surface area or the surface is a curved surface area or not a flat region. Okay, by taking the limit, that is del A1 tends to 0, that means we make the unit area so small that it becomes negligible. Okay, for all the values of I, for A1, A2, A3 up to An. Okay, means in this situation when we make del AI tends to 0, the surface region or the unit area or the divided area becomes so small that even if the total area is curved area, the smaller region will become perfectly flat. The summation in equation 1.56 that we have seen earlier, that sigma psi e becomes integration. Okay, then the total electric flux for the entire area is given by psi e is equal to integral E dot dA. Okay, so here because we have made the area region so small, then the summation will convert into integration. Okay, and then the psi e total electric flux is equal to integral E dot dA. Okay, and as you know very well, dot product means cos theta, so E dot dA will be equal to E dA cos theta, and as because it is a dot product, that means electric flux is not a vector quantity, it is an scalar quantity. Okay, so from this equation it is clear that the electric flux for a given surface depends on both electric field pattern on the surface area and orientation of surface with respect to the electric field. That means how many electric field lines passing through the given region, and what is the area of the taken region, and what is the angle between the normal to the area and the electric field line. So on these three terms electric flux depends. Okay, so this is the complete analysis of finding electric flux when electric field is non-uniform and also the surface area is curved. Okay, or the region is curved. Okay, not a flat region.